Hey guys, welcome to the section named Designing Layout in CSS from Scratch. In this particular section, we'll talk about what is called as layout, and we'll also talk about little bit about how your layout should respond to different screen devices, and along that we'll also talk about its own challenges and how web developers are handling those challenges. Let me open up my browser. I'm not going to show any particular slides on this particular section. Rather than that, I've just opened the URL apple.com iPad Pro. So you could able to see that, nothing fancy over here. The iPad Pro content along with its specification is displayed on the screen. Now let's understand the term layout. As a web developer, while you're developing a website, you are going to decide what content of your web page should go onto which location on the screen, right? So that process is what we define as a layout, right? In this particular case, for example, the layout or the Apple team have designed or decided that the navigation should be on top of the screen, and it should change its own color, and it should change its own content to something else when the user scrolls down or do something else. And at the same time, they have designed or decided in such a way that, okay, the content should be, the font weight of this particular text should be a bit more higher than the font weight of these texts. So all these things along with positioning these elements, right? Like this content should be, like in parallel with this content, everything is what we call it as a layout, right? However, with the increase of mobile and people are rapidly using mobile throughout the day, we as web developers are forced to design the web page such a way that it accommodates the layout, even the smallest screen possible on this planet. So what I meant by this is, let's say someone is opening the browser with this particular size. Does our layout shrinks and accommodate our content to this corresponding site? If yes, our site would be called as a responsive site. And designing a responsive site is really tough because the user could be in different screen sizes, and it's really tough task. All right. And well, let's say I'm just even shrinking it. You could able to see over here, things have literally changed. What you saw in desktop where the content was in parallel with this particular text is moved below it. So however, in this particular resolution or in this particular screen size, the content is exactly placed so that the user or the reader of this particular web page could able to consume it easily, right? So that's something really cool, and that's something that makes the website responsive as well. Now the question is, do we need to do all this real hard work of testing on all the browsers by whenever you make a change? Is that really required? Well, the answer is not really yes. The answer what I have picked up for this particular course is, we'll be talking about Twitter Bootstrap, which is a CSS library which will allow you to design the responsive web page. Okay, of course, Twitter Bootstrap is very famous and it's been used by millions of projects, which means they have tested in almost all the browsers. And exactly,